Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another special episode of Anime-TTACHÉ, the show where I show off. This time I did something really cool over the past weekend, and I am still a little sick, but I'm feeling much better. Seems the worst is behind me, which is always good, so hopefully my voice doesn't come out all bleh. This weekend, I went with my lady friend down to the beautiful city of LA, where we went to go see the first United States concert of One OK Rock, or One Ok Rock, or One Ok Rock. The singer said every one of those was fine. It is a Japanese rock group, and they're actually pretty cool. The concert was a lot of fun. They have another one, I think, today, maybe tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's today, in New York, so that's a big jump. But yeah, so it was really cool getting to go see them. We went, and we got there about 6 or 7 hours before the concert actually started, and we were just sitting in line all there the whole day, making friends in the line and whatnot, having a good old time. The concert was a blast. Me and her were literally right in front of the band, in the pit, where the mosh pit. I only do quotations because I've been in some pretty crazy mosh pits where the people had to be wheeled out and taken to the hospital. Comparatively, this was pretty tame. But we were right there in front, like, the bar separating the audience from the crowd was what we were leaning on. We were right there, like, far left, but still right at the front of them, and they utilized the entire stage, so we got a lot of really up-close, like, screams at them and whatnot, so it was a lot of fun. The next day, which was yesterday, we went down to Little Tokyo. We checked out of the hotel, we went and found a parking lot to park in for the day, and we spent pretty much the entire day walking around Little Tokyo and walking to and from the car in Little Tokyo because we constantly had things we had to go put back in the car because we didn't want to carry everything. So that's a little backstory for this episode of the show. This is going to be me showing what all I got, what all pretty much I did, showing off pictures and everything. I took a lot of pictures, particularly of the food that we ate when we were there because, sadly, I've never had actual Japanese curry or ramen, but we changed that, so it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Most of this is going to be pictures that I'm going to be showing up at the end of the video. Pictures of the food I had, pictures of the locations that I was able to take pictures of. It was all really great. And unfortunately, I didn't have too high of a budget because I'm still saving for Valentine's Day this upcoming Friday. But I did manage to step into the bookstore Kinokuniya, which they have one up in Japantown, up in San Francisco as well, which I got to go to about 2 months ago. When I was there, I bought a Persona book that I really should have shown. Just a second. Belayed Anime-TTACHÉ time. This is the book I got when I went to Japantown. It's actually really cool. It's a little, just funny little collection of Persona 3 and 4 related comic strips, just making jokes about it, having a good old time. I can't read all of it yet, but I'm getting there, and plus, with comics, especially if you can't read the comics, like the words, and you know the subject matter, it's really easy to get what they're saying. Moving on, these are what I got when I went to the bookstore down in LA, and I was actually really excited to find them, because one of these I was looking for up in Japantown, and it was the only volume they didn't have of the series, which made me very upset. Ba-boom! The first volume of Mysterious Girlfriend X. I went looking for this everywhere in Japantown. I found where the entire series was being kept. Volume 1 was the only one they didn't have in stock, which made me very depressed. But now I have it. It's a really good, like, volume. I love the way that the mangas are in the Japanese, because they're smaller, I'm guessing because they don't have to fill as much, they don't have to write as many words or whatnot in, because they use syllables, it's phonetic language, but the book's smaller, it feels more durable. I know paper is way better over in Japan. Everything's crisp and clean inside of it, the whole first part's like colored and whatnot, and they have an outer case, and underneath it, the actual case, which is artsy and really cool, and I love this, and I'm going to very likely eventually get the entire series of this in Japanese manga form. And again, I can't read all of this because I don't know too much kanji yet. I'm still learning kanji symbols and whatnot. But thankfully, with most manga, what they do is when they have a kanji, they will put the kana right next to it so that you can read that. The last quote-unquote souvenir that I bought was also, it was gonna end up being the same situation as Mysterious Girlfriend X, where I was looking for the series, I found the series, the one volume they didn't have was the first one. But this time, I had put my foot down and I said, no, there's no way I am not at least picking up one of these volumes, especially since I own the entirety of the anime that's out so far on Blu-ray and DVD. I know the plot. I've already read, not dubs either, what would it be? Fan-translated versions of the manga, so it's not like I'm going to be lost, but this is one of my favorite anime. It has some of my all-time favorite anime characters in it. There's no way I'm leaving without it. And it came down to whether or not I wanted volumes 2 or 3 to take with me. Volume 2 because A, it's closer to Volume 1, so it's closer to the beginning of the series. Or Volume 3, because it introduces what might arguably be my favorite anime character ever in it, and she's even featured on the cover. Kinda gave it away, but yeah, I went with Volume 3 of Sora no Otoshimono, Heaven's Lost Property. Nymph is adorable, and the book opens up, and bam, introduction of Nymph. Because when she comes down, it starts immediately beating up Icarus in their first fight. Just looking back, I think that's their only fight. Yeah, this spans the whole, this one volume spans the whole, Nymph, coming down, returning up, finding out that her master hates her, pretty much, and she's starting to realize, hey, maybe I should stop working with this guy. And right when she's about to go and, like, leave and try maybe confront him, is when the Harpies come in and start to attack her. So yeah, it has pretty much all except for the climax of the, Nymph plot, which I was really happy to get. I'm going to end up putting this up on my shelves and whatnot, and I'm going to put Mysterious Girlfriend X up on my shelves. I'm likely going to end up starting to collect the actual Japanese manga, because primarily with Mysterious Girlfriend X, it's unlikely that it's going to come to America. Last physical thing that I have with me, other than the concert stuff, because that's away in my luggage and everything, and I don't feel like getting it out right now. We went to a ramen shop, and kudos to my friend, she ate more ramen than I did, and she is tiny. She's short, and she's thinner than me. And she ate more ramen than me. It's primarily because I've been, for lack of a better way of putting it, really unhealthy. My stomach has started to shrink because of that. I've been sick. Otherwise, I likely would have eaten almost all of it. I doubt I could have eaten all of it. But for $8, I sat there eating this ramen for about 15 straight minutes. This is my leftovers. Yes, it's about almost as big as my head. And this thing is filled to the brim with delicious, delicious ramen. It still smells so good. And this was the medium spicy one that they had. This was like their medium spicy, the stuff that they would consider mild, because I'm sick, I'm like already all sniffly and everything. I didn't want to get something spicy because then I'd just be drenched down my face with like snot and whatnot, and that's gross. But I got like the medium spicy. That stuff is still really goddamn spicy, and it's so good. My only complaint is that they said it came with pork. It only came with like 3 slices of pork in the entire thing. They were all about like that big slices, so I would have liked more meat, but I was still really happy, and I still have like leftovers for 2 meals. That's all I have for the physical stuff, other than some concert stuff, which just includes the ticket, a little a Switch candle that we all took out during one of their songs and whatnot, and I think that's it for the concert. The rest of the stuff is going to be pictures that will immediately follow this with some awesome music, so I will see you all next time.
Do your best. Picnic 기분 feels so good. きな